What's up, adventurers? Ready to roll those dice? Because I'm not. I left my dice at home. Today we're going to talk about the role that often doesn't get the spotlight it deserves. What role is that? The support character. Whether you're a bard inspiring your allies with sweet melodies, a cleric keeping everyone alive, or a wizard controlling the battlefield, playing a support character can be incredibly rewarding. But that's not always easy, right? That's why I'm here to help you master the art of supporting your party, ensuring you're not just tagging along, but actively shaping the course of your campaign. Let's define what it really means to play a support character. Support isn't just someone who heals the party or buffs their stats, though those are key elements. At its core, a support character is someone who enhances the effectiveness of the team. You're the glue holding the party together, whether it's through healing, protection, buffing allies, debuffing enemies, or even crowd control. But here's the thing. A good support doesn't just react to what's happening. They anticipate the needs of the party and the challenges ahead. Think of yourself as the strategist, always one step ahead, ready to turn the tide of battle with a well-timed spell or ability. So you're going to need to anticipate the needs and plan ahead. But how do you do that and stay ahead of the game? It starts with understanding your party's strengths and weaknesses. Are your allies damage dealers who need to stay in the fight? Focus on buffs and healing. Do they struggle with a large group of enemies? Consider crowd control spells or debuffs to tilt the odds in your favor. For example, if you're playing a cleric and you know the party is about to face a horde of undead, prepare your spells accordingly. Maybe something like protection from evil and good, or area of effect healing spells, and keep that channel divinity ready to turn undead. Anticipating these moments and planning ahead allows you to make an impact when it matters most. But one thing I want everyone to know is a critical bit of information that will put your support skills to maximum use. If you want to heal in combat, wait until the party member goes down. Why? Well, you'll almost never be able to out-heal the damage monsters can dish out, so if you cast a healing spell on a low-health ally, there's a good chance the monsters can do enough damage to then take them out anyway, wasting your healing. There are exceptions, but the rule of thumb is your healing spells are most effective on downed players. I want you to repeat after me. Communication is key. So, obviously, playing a support character effectively requires excellent communication with your team. Don't just assume that your party knows what you're capable of. Talk to them. Let them know the kinds of buffs, heals, or control abilities you have available. If they're aware of what you bring to the table, they can make better decisions in combat, relying on you when they need it most. Don't sleep on that aid spell. For instance, if you're a player playing a bard and you've got a killer inspiration ability that could help the rogue land a sneak attack, make sure that the rogue knows to count on you when they're lining up that critical strike. By communicating effectively, you're not just supporting your party, you're amplifying their potential. And speaking of amplifying your potential, if you're looking to get even more out of your TTRPG experience, you should check out my Patreon. Supporting me there is like unlocking an endless supply of bonus content, ad-free episodes, and even exclusive giveaways. So if you want to help me make TTRPGs my full-time gig and get some awesome rewards along the way, the link is in the description below. So let's talk about timing, because playing a support character isn't just about knowing what to do, it's about knowing when to do it. The best support characters just don't throw out abilities as soon as they're available. They wait for the perfect moment. Like my example earlier about when to pop off a healing spell, maybe your Paladin's Lay on Hands could save the fighter from certain death, but if you use it too early, you might not have it available for more critical moments later on. Nothing like losing your party's favorite role-playing character because you popped off too early. And now no one has any heals left. Whoops, it's time to spend all that gold you saved up to pay for an NPC to bring your friend back. Surely a costly mistake. Think of it like holding a trump card. You want to keep it up your sleeve until just the right time, when the enemy is about to land a devastating blow, or when your party's about to go all in on a major attack. By mastering the timing of your abilities, you become the linchpin of your team's strategy. Another crucial aspect of playing a support character effectively is adaptability. No two battles are the same, and the needs of your party can change from moment to moment. Maybe you started out focusing on healing, but suddenly the enemy deploys a spellcaster who's raining down fireballs. Now, crowd control or debuffing that spellcaster becomes your priority. Being able to adapt on the fly is what separates a good support from a great one. Keep an eye on the battlefield, understand the flow of combat, and be ready to switch roles as the situation demands. That versatility is what makes support characters so vital to any successful party. Now, if you're the role of the support character, it's also smart to have means of dealing damage, whether it's single target or area of effect. Sometimes the best way to support your team is by help taking down enemies faster. On the flip side, if your main role is dealing damage, having a few support tricks up your sleeve can be a game changer when an ally needs help or when the healer goes down. Consider using the help action or setting up flanking to give an ally advantage on their attack, especially if that attack is going to pack a punch. And don't overlook the Paladin's aura of protection. It is one of the best support features in the game, adding your charisma modifier to all saving throws for allies within 10 feet of you. That can be a lifesaver in tight spots. Abilities that impose disadvantage on their attacks, like knocking them prone, using protection fighting style, or certain class-specific abilities, can give your team the upper hand. And if you've got the Sentinel feat, you can even react to an enemy attacking your ally by making them rethink their target. Suddenly, you're the one they have to deal with. Another key aspect of adaptability is in dealing with enemies who like to stay hidden or invisible. Abilities like True Sight or Blind Sight, or spells like Fairy Fire can help you see through their tricks. And if your party's under a curse affected by a harmful magic spell, having something like Counterspell or Dispel Magic or Greater Restoration on hand is a must. Finally, don't forget about forced movement. Whether it's pushing an enemy into a hazard with the Push maneuver, Repelling Blast, or the Telekinetic feat, or simply shoving them away from your squishy allies, moving enemies around the battlefield can be a highly effective strategy. It can even break an enemy's grapple, freeing up a teammate when they're in a tight spot. If you enjoy this topic, let me know in the comments what your favorite support abilities are. And if you really want to be a part of the conversation, consider joining my free Discord community. It is a great place to engage with like-minded fans, share tips, and be a part of an inclusive TTRPG environment. The link for that, it's in the comment description below. One of the most important roles as a support character is empowering your team. It's not just about keeping everybody alive, it's about making them better. Whether it's buffing their attack rolls, giving them advantage on saving throws, or even just providing the right piece of advice at the right time. Your job is to elevate the party's performance. Let's not forget that support isn't always just about what happens in combat. It's also a crucial role in the role-playing aspect of the game. A good support character doesn't just back up the party with spells and abilities, they also play a key role in shaping the narrative and strengthening the bonds between characters. Think about how your character interacts with the rest of the party. Are they the voice of reason, offering wisdom when tempers flare? Maybe they're the morale booster, always ready with a joke or a kind word when the mood gets heavy. Supporting your team in role-playing means being there for the moments that define your group's dynamic. For example, if your character is a bard, you might use charisma to smooth over tense negotiations, or inspire a fellow party member who's doubting their abilities. If you're a cleric, you might offer spiritual guidance, or be the shoulder to lean on when another character is facing a moral dilemma. These moments of support can be just as impactful as any spell or ability you use in combat. Role-playing support is about lifting others up and creating a space for their stories to unfold. It's asking the quiet rogue what's bothering them lately, or encouraging the wizard to share their theories on ancient ruins that you're exploring. By being an active listener and engaging with the backstories and motivations of your fellow players, you're not only enhancing their experience, but also enriching the overall narrative of the campaign. And here's the best part. This kind of support strengthens your relationship with the party, both in and out of the game. It builds trust, camaraderie, and makes those epic moments in battle feel even more meaningful because they're backed by genuine connections formed during roleplay. So the next time you're around the campfire or in a quiet moment between adventurers, remember that your role as a support character extends far beyond the battlefield. Take pride in those moments when your buffs turn a miss into a critical hit, or when your heals pull a character back from the brink just in time to finish off the big bad. Those are the moments that make support play so rewarding. Remember, when your team succeeds, it's because you were there making it happen. And that's how you play support characters effectively, adventurers. It's all about understanding your role, anticipating the needs of your party, communicating, timing your abilities, and being adaptable. What are your favorite ways to support the party? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to smash that subscribe button, hit the little bell icon, and check out my Patreon for even more content. As always, keep rolling those dice, and may your quests be epic. What's that? Did someone call for Private Sanctum? Help is on the way, dear. Help is on the way.